This is the Movember month, where we are talking about society issue and most importantly, men's issues, men's modern issues into modern society and how we are impacted by them and how we can try to overcome or better understand them. And today I wish to speak about depression. What is depression? How to cure depression? And most importantly, how bodybuilding can help you with depression. Depression is a mental health disorder which is categorized by persistent feeling of sadness, hopelessness, and a lack of interest or pleasure in any activity you may have enjoyed once. It can affect how a person thinks, feels, and behaves, which can potentially lead to a variety of physical and emotional problems. Many symptoms include low energy and fatigue, change in appetite or weight loss and weight gain both, difficulty to concentrate, a feeling of worthlessness, even guilt, sleep issues like insomnia or oversleeping, and of course, thought of death or suicide. Depression can stem from a lot of factors, which include genetic predisposition, imbalances in hormones and biochemical ways in the brain, traumatic things that happen to you, and even chronic stress. This is the general consensus with depression. But now, I want to specifically talk about how it affects men, and that is quite different from the overall normal ways that depression can affect kids or women, for example. Indeed, in men, we have observed a variety of other ways that it can manifest that are way less easily recognized. Due to societal expectation and gender norms, men may feel a pressure to just suppress emotions or to not show emotional vulnerability, leading to unique challenges in identifying and addressing it as a mental health struggle. For example, in emotional symptoms that can be masked, men may experience irritability, anger, or high aggression rather than feeling sad and lonely or hopeless, which are more commonly associated with depression in women. They might use behavior like withdrawal, excessive work, or very risky activity to avoid dealing with emotional pain. Physical symptoms are quite common. For example, men often present physical issues like fatigues, headaches, chronic pain in different areas of the body like the back or the knees, digestive problems, and all of that can also be misdiagnosed or untreated and linked to depression. Furthermore, we have linked depression in men with an increase in substance usage, who are more likely to turn into alcohol or drugs, sometimes very hard drugs, as a coping mechanism, which can definitely exacerbate mental health issues and mask the underlying problem. And if that was not enough already, there is also the stigma about mental health and seeking help, which is not impaired with traditional ideals of masculinity, which often prevent men from seeking therapy or discussing their feelings. They do not want to feel like they are lacking control or that they are weak. They need to appear strong and in control, calm and collected. Media like movie series and films or even just social media definitely do not help generally into that. Last but not least, men who are already disproportionately affected by suicide showcase an increased risk of suicide compared to women. Depression combined with social pressure is a major contributor. The role of Movember is actually quite noble. It is key and global to highlight men's health issues, including the mental health and suicide prevention, as it encourages men to open up about the struggle, support each other through peer networks, and engage in healthy habits like exercise to combat depression. It emphasizes that seeking help is not a weakness, and that is actually a crucial step toward healing. By breaking down stigmas, by making you trust and allowing you to seek help, the campaign tries to save lives and improve lives also via mental health work globally. By the way, if you're struggling and you need help, please make sure to seek it. Make sure to speak about it to someone that you can trust, a family member, a friend, a loved one, even a therapist, or contact the phone lines that you will see on the screen right now. Now, as I just said, Movember is a peer global movement trying to help men with their mental health, and that is exactly the goal of this video. And I will be explaining you, as a personal trainer, how bodybuilding, and more generally just training, will help you overcome this, as it has helped me once. Bodybuilding can help you overcome depression by several ways. The first thing is that it is boosting and rewiring the brain chemistry via endorphins and mood regulation. Physical activity, including bodybuilding, stimulates the release of endorphins, dopamine, and serotonin, which are chemicals in the brain that promote a sense of well-being and alleviate depression symptoms. They are basically neurotransmitters that will make sure that your brain is sending the correct messages around the body and also making you feel good. Even if at first it's just for a little while, with practice, it's going to pay dividend pretty quickly. Regular strength training enhances overall physical health. It improves energy level and reduces fatigue. And also, feeling physically stronger will translate to emotional empowerment and resilience. You just feel good because you know your body is good. You feel that you're strong, so you feel capable. And because you're capable, you also build your self-esteem by simply going to the gym and seeking to best yourself, increase your PR, increase what you're trying to do and achieve. You will most likely be able to beat previous record and achieve milestone in a sense. This will foster a sense of accomplishment, and this will improve your self-image and confidence, which are often diminished with people in depression. Moreover, bodybuilding requires discipline, and a lot of it. And what it requires even more is a routine, a structured daily routine around your meal, your training, your sleep, and goal setting. Each time you go in the gym, you have something to do. You have a program. Each time you are supposed to eat, you have a prepared meal plan. You know what to cook, you know the quantities, you know what to get, and you know how it's going to happen. This will allow you to focus and have a sense of purpose that will counteract the aimlessness, the hopelessness that you can feel during depression. Last but not least, there is also the gym as a whole. And I'm not speaking specifically about a bodybuilding gym. I'm just speaking about where you go to train. And it can be a CrossFit box, it can be a combat sport box, it can be whatever. But a gym also works, definitely. That is a social environment. Gyms and fitness community can provide social interaction and support, so you will not be as isolated as you were frequently. And you will also be able to create rapport with others. You will be able to basically train your social muscles, your sociability, your social skills. And all of that is something that is severely lacking in people with depression because they are often isolated and often lacks interaction with others. So to resume, bodybuilding can help you with a sense of accomplishment, with your brain chemistry, with your body composition, with your goal-setting ability, with your social skills, prevent isolation, prevent disuse in your body, prevent any kind of ailment regarding your hormone profile, but it goes further beyond. We can also talk about nutrition against depression. That is a cornerstone of bodybuilding, as you will go with your training, but you will also have to eat the proper way. And a balanced diet can play an important role in managing depression. Some recommendations that I can make are to eat a lot of colorful fruits and vegetables that are very high in antioxidants that will help you combat oxidative stress. Also eat a lot of quality protein sources like chicken, turkeys, eggs, cheese, and dairies. Make sure to have a lot of starches that are easy to digest like white rice or potatoes, and all of that can be basically a very balanced and varied diet. Avoid processed food and refined sugar that can contribute to inflammation and also, more importantly, to mood fluctuation. Drink enough water, not too much, not too little, to maintain good health. Remember, diet alone will not be able to cure depression, but it is a valuable ally for you in a complement of a healthy lifestyle. Additionally, consider a few supplements that have been proven to help with depression. Here are a few examples. Vitamin D. Vitamin D, there have been a link in vitamin D deficiency that is associated with depression. A supplement can be beneficial, especially in winter. In winter, basically, even if you're naked under the sun, if you're not living close to the equator line, you will not be able to synthesize vitamin D. For example, in the north of France, where I am currently, there is no way for you to do vitamin D in between October and April. So, except if you are properly exposed to the sun during the whole April to October, late spring and summer, you will not be able to synthesize vitamin D. So if you are not exposed properly during that time period and your body is not able to stock up enough vitamin D for the whole winter, then you will have a problem. And since we are often living inside and working inside, and that when you go outside you're clothed, well, you're not exposing that much skin actually. And it's not everyone that can go all year round in vacation and just soak up the sun in a very sunny country. That's why so many people actually in our first world countries are deficient into vitamin D. So make sure to supplement, and even more so if you have depression, because vitamin D is directly linked with brain chemistry and overall hormone profile, as it is a pro-hormone and vital for you and your health, especially long term. Another supplement that can help you will be magnesium. Magnesium is a very key element that you can find in dark chocolate and green leaf. Again, just like vitamin D, it is something that more than 80% of people are deficient on. And as an athlete, if you're already doing bodybuilding or if you are trying to do physical exercise while staying healthy or regaining health, it's going to be even more crucial. That is the type of supplement that will be extremely important for you, as it will help with the mood, it will help with the overall feeling of well-being, and also with your muscle health, avoiding cramps, avoiding any kind of issue regarding your recovery. Finally, another one would be to check out possibly probiotics. Probiotics can help you with your gut health, which is directly linked to mental health. But just a word of caution, there have been some instances where people are trying to do auto-medication and just take probiotics because they think it will be good. But some people develop gut issues because they took probiotics. So make sure to check first your gut health and then potentially use probiotics. You're not forced to use them from the get-go. You need to make sure that they're going to be useful. Remember, supplements are here to supplement you. They do not have their place as a mandatory thing into your diet and your lifestyle. So they're supposed to cover for something or boost you with something that your diet or current lifestyle cannot do without. A more mental aspect of thing would be to be helpful in achieving dreams to combat depression. So as I just said earlier, bodybuilding can help you with that. As you go in the gym, you have to set goals, you have to boost, and you have to beat PRs and such. But it goes further than that. There is also the sense of purpose, and that is to also help others, which gives meaning to life and a sense of accomplishment. It is also a source of positive distraction. You're focusing on personal goals to divert yourself from negative thoughts. There is also the boosting effect on self-esteem. You are achieving dreams, you are doing small steps, and all of that boosts self-confidence, even if it's not just for you and your own life, but for others. Again, the social connection will help you create social bonds that will reduce the isolation, which is very often associated with depression. And you will gain perspective. By helping others, you can help yourself with your own problem by simply giving yourself time and reflection, and also practical application with others. It's important to start with small gesture and achievable goals. This can include to volunteering, helping a friend, or just pursuing a long-desired hobby. Gradually, this action can lead to an increased sense of satisfaction and fulfillment, and thus helping improve the mood and combat depressive symptoms. However, do not put too much pressure on yourself. Achieving one's dream and helping others should be a source of joy, not additional stress. It is also important to try and maintain balance and not neglect one's own well-being by focusing solely on others. Remember, you're already depressed, you're already bad. You're not going to try and dig yourself further beyond that point, right? Furthermore, regular bodybuilding practice and the pursuit of personal goals can create a positive energy, but it can also backfire and make you much more prone to other mental issues like dysmorphia or bigorexia, or just make you more prone to be so dependent of your social image and how your body looks in the mirror, and how important for you it is to be strong and to lift heavy, despite your body showing signs of pains and overuse and injury waiting to happen. And all of that can lead you into a spiral of, abusing drugs again, trying to take steroids, trying to always prove to yourself, but also to others that you're worth it, you're worth of attention and love. Social media, again, can be a huge pitfall with that and a huge trap for you. And you're basically trading depression for another problem right there. So you have to find balance always. Bodybuilding is not your life. It can be a big part of your life. It can be a subsequent part of your life, but it's not your whole life. You are more than your body. You are more than your muscle. You are more than your body fat. You are more than your number of followers and subscribers on Instagram and on YouTube. No more than that. Speaking of followers and subscribers, I want to take the time to let you know that you are not alone and that depression is quite common, even for rich and famous people. The first example for that would be Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. He is not depressed himself right now, but he had to cope with it when he injured himself, and that injury ended his football career, and he got to be an addict at the time. There is also C.T. Fletcher, most of you could have known, who was a powerlifter and bodybuilding icon who overcame a crack cocaine addiction in his youth and channeled everything into weightlifting, and he became a 6-time world champion powerlifter. This individual demonstrated that with therapy, support system, and a lot of self-care and patience, it is totally possible to overcome mental health challenges and use those experiences to help and inspire others. While bodybuilding is definitely not a substitute to a proper therapy and the mental health treatment, it for sure can be a cornerstone, especially when you accompany it with proper diet, proper supplementation, and proper mindset regarding it. It's just a illness. If you have a flu, You take medication, you rest, you close your eyes, and you make sure to take care of yourself. Now imagine it's exactly the same when you go to a therapist. You're not going to mock someone for having a flu and then going to the doctor. So why would you feel bad or mock someone when something is not going right here and is actually going to the doctor who is supposed to take care of that? It just doesn't make sense. So do not feel ashamed, ask for help, seek help, make sure to help yourself, make sure to have a good lifestyle in place, potentially bodybuilding with that. That's it for today. If you do not feel comfortable to speak with someone, I want you to know that the comments will be a safe space, meaning that I am always moderating and making sure that my comments are okay. And I have an amazing community. Thank you so much for being here, all of you. So if you want to speak in the comments, and if you want to share what is troubling you right now and the challenges that you're currently having, and you want me to read and answer to you, and you want the other to also be here for you, please do it. No one is going to mock you, no one is going to belittle you. And if you do not feel comfortable in the comments, you can always write to me on Instagram if you want. I will read. I read everything regardless. If you feel the need to put something more into the video, if you have any thoughts that could help others, make sure to share it into the comments. And if I forgot something and you feel like it will be helpful, make sure to say it. And again, make sure to not stay alone. You're worth it and you deserve to have a proper, happy life with dignity. Thank you so much.